Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is going to be my 2-week results and review of the Beekman 1802 skincare brand. Let me start out by saying I figured out why some of you are so interested in this brand. I had absolutely no idea when I ran my poll here asking what brand you want to see next. I had no idea that Beekman 1802 was actually started by two people who had a reality TV show. In case you don't know, they are the Beekman boys. They are not brothers, but rather in a couple. We love to see some fellow LGBT plus community members here. They are running their own business, successfully accomplishing the gay agenda, which in case you don't know is we want you to moisturize. All jokes aside, it really is funny to see, and I hope that if you have watched the show, you appreciate my dedication via my outfit choice today. Some more details on the brand. It is a brand that is based in goat milk. That is a huge part in every product, so I will end up talking about it more as the video goes on. Like all of my videos, there will be timestamps and links in the description box below. If you are looking for just information on one product, you can jump to that section. I also do have a facial skincare section to start out this video, and then we'll end with some body care. Not as much body care, which I kind of regret, actually. And this video is in my 2-week style reviews. It's actually the first video that I've done for only 2 weeks in a while. Most of my 2-week trials have been about 5 weeks lately. I should probably rename this series. But yeah, there's a reason for that, and I'll discuss that throughout this video. In fact, no, I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. I do like some of these products a lot. In fact, no, hold on, let me back you all up, because I first mentioned trying Beekman 1802 in November of 2020, and it is now August of 2022. Do you know what took so long? Every time I brought up this brand, every time, y'all in the comments were so confusing. No offense, I appreciate all of your comments, but it was so confusing to read because some people would say, oh my god, Beekman 1802 is the best brand I've ever tried in my life, and others of you were saying that brand was awful, absolutely wrecked my skin. I'm reading these going, but which is it? It can't be both. It can't be both. Well, actually it can, and we'll talk more about that throughout this video. I am going to be doing an AM skincare routine because really I bought myself an AM skincare routine. I've used very few of these in the evenings. It's been 2 weeks of an AM Beekman skincare routine. I am going to clip my hair up because it is still very hot to be wearing this sweater, and we are going to get into this routine. Let's kick off this AM routine with a cleanser. This is the Milk Wash Exfoliating Jelly Cleanser. And I'm going to tell you, I actually really like this, but do not immediately add this to your cart. You may actually hate this product. It's really one of those where you're either going to love it or I think you actually could hate it. So it is a jelly consistency, and you actually use it on dry skin. Now, the catch with this one is that Beekman says you can use this to remove makeup, you can use it as a PM cleanser. To all of that, I say, nope, don't do it. This is a morning cleanser. It is just extremely gentle, and I feel like in so many of my recent videos, I've talked about how I'm looking for very, very gentle cleansers, even more so in the morning. I want something super gentle if I use cleanser at all in the mornings. But this has actually been so gentle, and it does leave your skin feeling kind of moisturized. Now, notice how it does not look like I've cleansed my skin with anything. I mean, it kind of looks like I put an oil all over my face. But I've got some water right here. I'm going to add some water into this, and you will see that it makes a bit of a milky consistency. Do you see that? But it's actually so odd because it's not strong enough, in my opinion, to be a first cleanser. You know, a lot of first cleansers do this, right? Your oil cleansers do this emulsification effect. So I just rinsed, and it's amazing how my skin on my dry skin type really does not feel tight. I absolutely love that about this. I kind of feel like the way in which it's marketed is a little surprising to me. They say it targets oily skin on the box here, and I would just probably not recommend this for oily skin types. It does have your fruit enzymes, lactic, glycolic, and salicylic acid, which I will always say will be reduced in their efficiency within a cleanser, at least in my opinion. But overall, I really think this is going to be more for dry skin. So I really like it, but I truly don't think it's going to be for everybody. Okay, let's move on and do some masking. I would like to use the Beekman 1802, go figure. You know that's what this is a brand review of. The Milk Mud Warming Clay Mask. This is a 15-minute mask that says it exfoliates to minimize oil and improve the appearance of blemish-prone skin, which I definitely do have, as I have acne. However, for me, I do have to be, again, cautious with ingredients like the lactic acid, AHAs, fruit enzymes, and BHA that are present in this mask. What I will say, though, is I really like that for a clay mask, this one is not too drying. It does have a warming effect to it. I find it so fascinating that on the Beekman 1802 website, I noticed they were saying due to the volcanic clay, they claim that that's the reason it's warming. Well, no, the reason it has a warming effect is because it contains vanillyl butyl ether, which is an ingredient that is kind of related to the active in chili peppers. But not to fret, it really doesn't feel too warming. I feel like with my kind of more sensitive skin, I would not be able to handle it if it could. It's actually nice to use. The only thing that you might want to note with this one is it does have a little bit of that smell that you're going to smell in quite a few of these products because, again, it is a brand that is based in goat milk and overall fragrance-free. So you all know, this is the travel size. I actually really appreciate that the Beekman brand has travel sizes for so many of their products. It's perfect for people like me who don't want to just, throw myself into all full sizes, and I really think it's a smart approach for genuinely everyone. As for the ingredients on this one, we do have our clay mask ingredients. We have some added lactic acid, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, malic acid, tartaric acid. I just said that one really funny. And then quite a few other fruit ingredients to offer those enzymes. I suspect also the ingredients like the lemon fruit extract may help with bringing the pH down so those AHA ingredients can work more efficiently. While I have this mud mask on, I think I also want to take this moment to tell you about the other mask that I bought, which is the Calming Bubble Mask. I will not be using this today, and I've also decided I do not feel comfortable with recommending you this, even though it worked okay for me. I'm just not comfortable saying this is a product to buy. Let me tell you the story. So when I bought these products, it was on that Ulta buy one get one free minis event. Absolutely amazing. It was an amazing sale, right? So I bought this and I posted it to my Instagram account. And so many people DM'd me saying, oh my gosh, that mask messed up my skin so much. It was just absolutely red and inflamed and irritated after using it. One person said it left them with their skin in a compromised state for something like a year. I tried it once and it seemed to be okay, but at the end of the day, when it comes to products like these oxygen masks, I really don't think there's enough scientific evidence to put a whole lot of faith into them. It's an interesting idea in theory that our skin loses oxygen as we age, but do we know for sure that just putting bubbling products on our skin restores that oxygen? No. And even if it does, there's some amount of concern over whether that releases free radicals into your skin. I'm not really sure if you need to worry about that, but again, I'm not really sure there's sufficient evidence to suggest that it's going to do that much for you other than the sensation. It does the sensation very well. It bubbles on your skin. It kind of tickles. And what I noticed in reading through the reviews is a lot of people liked that because they said they could feel it working. As we all hopefully know in 2022, just because you feel something happening on your skin does not mean that it's a good thing. In fact, typically it's not. It is to be expected with the bubble mask, but you don't always need to feel your products working for them to be working. Again, I just put out a video about adapalene, which has been incredible. I do not feel that when I apply it to my skin, and yet it's been the most effective thing I've ever done for my acne. So just some things to keep in mind, and ultimately because I had so many people DM me about having reactions, I'm just not comfortable saying it's something to buy. Again, this is a channel where I welcome feedback. If you happen to love this product, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's move on to the Milk Drops. I actually really like this. Look at how cute this is the travel size also. Look how cute the little dropper is. It's got the system in it so it prevents it from leaking out. It is your basic probiotic postbiotic serum with some ceramide ingredients, just kind of more of a repairing type of serum, and it's actually really well made. This is the product where I start to smell goat milk on my skin though. Y'all know what goat milk smells like, right? Applying this is like sticking your face in a carton of goat milk, at least to me. But I do like it. My skin seems to get along with it. This is where I want to tell you that these products, again, are made from goat milk ingredients, and I started to look up some studies on this. You know, if you just Google goat milk skincare, you're going to find nothing but, you know, news articles that say goat milk skincare is the best thing ever. There are some studies that have looked at the potential benefit in terms of wound healing, anti-aging, but overall, what there's a lot of research on is allergies. I don't know if people always know this, but when it comes to our skincare ingredients, there's not a ton of research. It's the same problem as my field of nutrition. It's that question of who's going to fund it. And yet when it comes to allergy research, there's actually a surprising body of literature on that topic. So what I want to say is this is not to say that using these products is going to cause an allergic reaction, but I think it might for some people. And if that is the problem, that could explain why some people are giving this brand 5-star reviews and why other people are saying, why am I dealing with hives? Because hives are a sign of an allergic reaction. Or also potentially some other things going on, which I will go over next. But yeah, overall I do like it. You know, it's another product where do check the ingredients list. They say that all of these are free of fragrance, sulfates, parabens, mineral oil, alcohol, phthalates, synthetic colorants, formaldehyde, and talc because yuck. But just to be clear, you can still have an allergic reaction to any of those plant-based ingredients or practically anything ever in skincare. It's all truly the fun part of skincare. But yeah, overall, I do like it. I will say it's a little on the tacky side. I wouldn't be surprised if really oily skin types don't like it. I don't want to forget to tell you something related to this. So the idea with this being called drops is you can use it as I did as a serum, but you can also mix it into the bloom cream, which actually might help with the sticky sensation. That's the whole idea behind the drops. They do have some other varieties, and I have tried them in the past, but I don't have them for today's video, and that would be the bakuchiol and the vitamin C. I actually really liked the bakuchiol, but again, I would say, you know, when it comes to the ingredient bakuchiol, I like it as a complement to a retinoid. If you are not able to use retinoids, it's a nice ingredient, but if you're torn between the two and you can use retinoids, go with retinoids. Let's move on to the Dewy-Eyed Illuminating Eye Serum. I absolutely love that they have a travel size of their eye serum. I mean, who does that? That's amazing that they offer this. And I like this product as well. I actually feel like eye serums are a little underrepresented in the skincare space. You know, everybody talks about eye cream, nobody talks about eye serum. And I feel like also it sinks in really quickly into the skin around your eye area, which actually makes it in some ways kind of easier to work with than an eye cream. This one doesn't get into my eyes. I don't yet know if this will end up becoming an absolute favorite, because one thing I'll tell you is that Korean beauty has just worlds better prices when it comes to any kind of eye products. I don't know what it is. The US just charges so much for eye care. Right, my glasses wearing friends? Did not mean for that to be a double entendre, and yet here we are. But I do like it. I don't know if I'm mind blown by it yet, but I do like it. Now for the product that I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't. You will hear all about it, I promise. The Bloom Cream Probiotic Moisturizer. Now, in the full size, this does some kind of a like flower thing when you dispense it. Cool. In this packaging, it's a little hard to dispense, but we can still work with it, so we will do that. Now, this is a silicone-free moisturizer, which I think is part of the appeal here. But I tend to like silicones because they spread more nicely. So do you see how this is kind of, yeah, you can see how it's kind of getting stuck on my skin. I have to really physically push it into place. that's just because it's free of silicones. Silicones are not inherently bad ingredients. Honestly, if anything, they're overall pretty neutral ingredients, but I know some people do prefer to avoid them, and I don't make judgment calls. If that is a personal choice you have made, then go for it. This is a silicone-free moisturizer. And the difficult thing for me is that in that sense, it's a little hard for me to find a favorite here because I just don't like the way any of them buff into my skin. And I'm just going to put a little of this around my eye area as well because ultimately both eye cream and eye serum are optional. And since I just use an eye cream, or eye serum rather, I don't necessarily need an eye cream today. Now this might shock you all, but this product right here is the reason why I'm quitting this trial after 2 weeks. It is not because it is difficult to work into my skin. It is because consistently, and I do mean consistently, when I would go to apply this after my retinoid nights, it burned my skin. I found myself on the Ulta website reading through other people's reviews relating to the 1-star reviews that were saying, oh, this just burns my skin. I don't know what's going on with this. And yet, as a couple more days passed, the second day after using a retinoid, I could kind of use it. It didn't burn as much. The third day, which is today, by the way, it's fine. It doesn't bother my skin at all. It's really actually been truly a wild experience, but I think I'm glad this happened because it's really given me a new framework, a framework where I understand, genuinely, truly understand both the 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews. We are going to end my morning skincare routine with the Milk Primer. So this is an SPF product, SPF 35 with 13% zinc oxide, so it is an all-mineral sunscreen. I feel like it is ridiculously hard to apply the correct amount of this because of the pump system. How can you get 2 finger lengths from this when you can only pump it in little squirts like that? Is that a full finger length? I hope so. All right, so this is layer 1, and again, also a silicone-free product. Have I mentioned this is a silicone-free brand? What I will tell you about this sunscreen is that, my God, it is terrible over some moisturizers. I think this is because if you choose to go silicone-free, you gotta commit to it, and vice versa. Otherwise, oh my goodness, you are gonna have so much pilling with this. But you know, even if you don't use Bloom Cream, choose a different brand silicone-free moisturizer and it will pair with this fine. It's fine. I did not use the Bloom Cream every day because, as noted, I had some problems when I used it along with my retinoid routine. So I did try some other moisturizers under this sunscreen. Oh my gosh, absolutely horrible. But I don't really want to blame Beekman 1802 for that because that's the nature of these things. It's why, you know, in the makeup world, we have these old rules of silicone foundation, silicone primer, oil-based foundation, oil-based primer. So, I mean, again, it does make sense, but for me personally, it just meant I had to pay more attention to ingredients than I wanted to. Again. And yeah, the pump is frustrating. Oh, I'm making such a mess. Oh, it's in my carpet. Honestly, y'all, I find this to be quite messy. I find it to be messy. And again, I feel like I don't know how much I'm applying. Maybe this is one to actually have your 1/4 teaspoon out to just pump it into that, but it's still gonna spurt everywhere. I guess I'll call it on that. Now, listen, a few more details with this one. So, you know, they say it's a primer, and I don't know about you all, but sometimes I feel like are companies saying primer just because they recognize that there absolutely is a white cast, and they're like, well, if we say it's meant to go under makeup, then it's okay. I mean, that's a white cast. That's a white cast, right? And I feel like I underapplied it, if anything. I really do. And I still have to share the body care with you, even though now I feel like I look fantastically ghostly. Hold on, I'm gonna put some foundation on, because I can't bear it. That's just that white cast. It's too much. It is too much for me to handle. Let's end out this video with some body care. I decided to buy what's the name of this? I don't remember the name of this set. It's from Ulta, so I'll make sure to have it up on the screen. It is the pure goat milk body soap, the whipped body cream, and the facial cleansing wipes. It also had a deodorant, but I gave that away. I'm sorry, I moved to Florida. I absolutely need my aluminum-containing deodorants. But I very much wanted to make sure I try some of the Beekman body care because, as I mentioned earlier in this video, this is where so many of you said, oh my gosh, this is what I love from Beekman, is their body care. And I do see it. I guess we'll start with I'm so sorry, this is a used bar of soap. I don't know why, but this feels really odd to me. It's just soap. The funniest thing is, last night when I took this out of my shower, I thought in my head, I went, oh, it's used. I gotta make sure I wash it before I put it on camera. Yes, the soap must be washed. It made sense in my head. Anyway, it's nice. It's unscented. I believe they do have scented varieties of everything. Just so you know, this set is the unscented variety. But it's not too drying. It's overall a nice bar of soap. The pure goat milk body cream. This is actually really nice. It does have that much more thick consistency to it. Make sure to pull some out of here so you can see. So yeah, it's definitely thick. This is one to apply to damp skin just out of the shower, or at least use a body toner before you apply this, because otherwise you might have a little bit of difficulty spreading it. And you see how thick that is, but it's really nice. It really does feel very moisturizing for your skin. And then this, the pure goat milk facial cleansing wipes. Now I know this is YouTube and I can get in some serious trouble for talking about face wipes on YouTube. Honestly, I feel like they're really doing a disservice to themselves with having that in the large lettering. And then in the small print down here, it says, for face and body, alcohol and fragrance free. If you are somebody who goes for walks, goes to the grocery store in Florida, goes to the gym, you might want to just wipe down. And these are so nice for that because they're really quite wet wipes. You know what I mean? Some of the wipes are not that wet. These ones are actually quite wet. I mean, it's 6 ounces in here for $7. These are amazing, actually. In all truth, I didn't try that much of Beekman's body care, but I do like what I tried. So I suppose if any of you have other thoughts on their body care, please do feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. The facial care as well, because with that, we have arrived at the end of the video. And hopefully this video is helpful because, you know, again, I'm telling you, I just felt so confused and overwhelmed by, is this going to be a good experience or not? And overall it was, although there still were some odd moments for me, like why did the Bloom cream only work for me 2 days out of 3? Why isn't anybody talking about how you have to use silicone-free products with silicone-free products? That prevents pilling so much. It's such a missing puzzle piece, I'm telling y'all. But hey, hopefully it's a helpful video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.